Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Collective Entertainment Network, Agents of the Collective Live. It's something we used to do, but is now something special. We had the time, we figured why don't we just go ahead and do it live this evening for everybody. But I am your GM and host, Ray. I have Amy playing Hagatha, Brian playing Ilion, and Greg playing Mason. I did that on purpose. But in reality, right. Mason playing Greg and Cutter. Can't forget Cutter. So we are back with episode 57 or 58? 58.
I believe it's 57 is what you put on there.
Yeah, 57. Oh, look at me. I'm already looking forward to next week.
So, I'll check my notes.
Episode 57 of Agents of the Collective. So last time we the party encountered fully Sara Markee, the Madame of Marquee Pleasures, and captain of the family of the Risco crime family. You know, that family. Where she then went to explain that she has kind of been trapped here via a contract, and I'll gladly help you out, but you're going to have to do something for me first. And the stipulations of her contract are very simple in a way. It's plant evidence on this guy who's trying to destroy my business and kill a dude. Relatively simple. Plant evidence, take out somebody, right? Well, planting the evidence kind of went against the collective and the collective's rules. Rule number 18 is essentially no subverting local government. So they had to get special permission to do that. But what really hit home was the moral question of killing somebody for the sake of killing them and not in self-defense. Elion took a lot of exception to that requirement and led to some wording in the contract where it's make him no longer a problem. I'd prefer him dead, but if he's out of my way, same result will happen. So the party did talk about this a lot, and that's kind of where we left off. So, did I forget something, Mason?
No, that's pretty much it. We had a brief therapy session where we all shared our feelings.
Yes.
Hagatha cried octopus egg. And yeah, I think we were finishing up there. I think it was like closing in on midday.
Yep.
And we had 2 days till the gala, which was the opportune moment to be able to plant evidence.
Right.
And then 7 days until a mysterious announcement by the Risco family.
Was it an announcement that something big was happening? As in, they're going to move something was coming in, something like that. Sara didn't exactly have all the details, but she knew it was incredibly important. There. Agents of the Collective. What would you like to do next?
All right.
Wow, no.
Run away screaming. Ah!
Yeah, no, that's probably going to be more like it. Oh, my dice are cold.
Agents of the Collective, mukbang edition.
All right. Well, we have 2 days to be able to figure out how we want to go about planting the evidence. The coin house.
I'm not feeling them.
Can probably manage that. I mean, I could probably get in a city maintenance or something. I can talk to Miss Key about that. But in regards to planting evidence at this house, I've been reading a lot of thriller novels. I actually read like 6 or 8 of them on our way here. I think I have an idea.
Oh, I thought Mason. I thought you were.
No. I'm in Greg mode.
Okay.
On your way here, as in up the stairs to our room.
No, on the flight over.
The space. The
It took us 3 weeks to get here. So during that time, I downloaded some thriller novels and I read them. They're probably still on the watch. So whoever has that, hopefully will at least get into some good literature.
Lean next to Elion. Yeah. Horror novels. AK smut. No, sorry. What?
It's not horror. Thriller is more about a tension situation, usually involving He starts explaining the difference between thrillers and horrors.
Elion does a search and finds thriller music video.
Anyway, we might be able
Feel the
to.
compulsion to do this motion repeatedly.
No apparent reason whatsoever.
No.
But I have an idea, possibly in regards to that. Is Miss Markee, or did we get the idea from Miss Markee that Mrs. Religious Person? What is his name? Did we get his name?
You did.
Ricardo Cortez.
Ricardo Cortez.
He is married. I remember.
Nico Montoya.
One of the big things is he's coming down hard on the negotiable affection industry, but is also himself a patron of the negotiable affection industry.
At least that's what the evidence says.
Yes. Planting love letters in his house, etc. He is married proper. The ideal situation is to have his wife find the letters. I'm just reading notes right now. Do we know if his wife is religious?
Most likely.
Like if if he's the political religious guy, but if she's like the real religious person in the relationship.
I see her being like a Stepford wife.
You could find out.
Yeah.
Do it, but to do it.
Because one of the biggest things is like if she's like the real religious person, or at least even if she's just like proper bred, the proper bred political wife figure, I would almost say I think our best bet is to have her approached by her fellow woman.
Agatha looks around like,
Agatha.
I don't know where you're gonna find one of them, because oh shit, you mean
you? Yes.
mm,
Well, I mean, Agatha, just think about it for a moment. If she has this brought attention to her by the other woman, who herself is feeling betrayed and is wanting to, instead of trying to get back at the other woman, wants to team up with her to get back at the man who has betrayed them both, who has turned on them both. And I'm sorry, I'm starting to get a little bit too into this, but
then you do it. You got the hat that does the thing and make you look like a lady, and you can do it.
Doesn't change my voice.
Do you have
I still have a deep, resonant voice.
That could be played into the whole situation. Like, he's into that.
Into women with deep bass voices?
I mean, have you not seen... Wait.
I mean, I could come up with this stuff, but I don't think I'm necessarily the best actor.
Or, why doesn't someone just go invisible and do it?
Could do that, but...
Just sneak it into her bag.
I don't know, that feels less fun.
Fine.
I mean,
fine. I'll
defenses. It's just...
No,
I can write you down a list. Oh, I can write you down
Santa
a
Cruz
list
has,
of
and what
quick
Outback
reference cards
doesn't.
for if she asks such and such a
Hyundai
question.
Santa Cruz
We can go over
wins
them.
every time.
We have 2 days to be able to
yeah, flashcards. Yeah, as I'm in the middle of a conversation that's supposed to be natural because we're writhing with rage, and it's just like, hold on a second, I forgot what I was supposed to say, and just like, Okay, yeah, that son of a bitch.
Well, you could give the flashcards to Oog, have him position himself somewhere behind her, and just like giving you cue cards.
Punch cards.
But I just one of those things where I feel like it would come better coming from a proper woman and create that
Proper.
whole, soul sister solidarity or whatever it is. But I mean, Hagatha, honestly, she would be the best bet as far if she brought this information forward herself. If she turned on her husband, not only would this be a means of taking him down, but it could also be a means of getting Miss Markee an ally in the political area.
Bonus.
Getting a woman who is against women of negotiable affection being taken care of by high-profile political figures or something.
Fine, I'll do it.
Don't worry, we'll run through these different scenarios. We'll get you cue cards made.
No, because that'll just make me nervous, and I'll just it's just other woman that cheating husband bastard. And, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Look, Hagatha, just look at me for a moment. Have you ever been in love with someone? Have you ever cared for them? Have you ever felt like they loved you and that you felt safe with them? Have you ever felt like
Greg,
you had a future together?
Greg.
Have you ever felt like it was...
She's like leaning very far back now.
He's like grabbing you by the shoulder. And then have you ever felt betrayed by them?
Greg.
Had
She
them
has a
steal your
boyfriend,
pet
Zach.
project and sell it as their own idea.
I feel like this got real personal real quick.
Greg, she has a boyfriend, Zach. Probably none of that.
You don't know her life.
She barely knows her life.
Look, just try and channel that sort of a feeling. Feel like your entire future got ripped away by that rat bastard who said he would always be there for you and
Greg, who hurt you?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it?
I had to do therapy stuff after I built a life force bomb.
You built a what?
I got drunk and I built a life force bomb.
Okay,
I don't
so
remember how to
are
build
we-
it anymore.
Like,
Are we doing costumes or are we doing invisibility?
if I'm gonna be talking to her, I think it would have to be costumes.
So
Well, you have the hat of
Suppose-
disguise.
we're supposed to plant these during the gala. So you would have to be at the gala with her.
Or we can somehow convince her over the course of these 2 days to find some excuse to.
I mean, we
stay
could
behind.
we can go like now-ish and like just see their pattern, their day to day, and see where she ends up. Maybe there's a time where she's by herself,
I mean,
and
we
then
could
just like poof, there I am.
It's true. I mean, start initiating it, and then again convince her to stay behind a little bit, as let her husband go ahead to the gala, stay behind to finish getting ready or something, or I don't know, do the dishes.
I mean, why does it have to
What do
be
women
on the
do
gala?
at
Why couldn't we do it sooner?
Because this ideally needs to happen during the night of the gala, when
There's less people.
there'd be less people around, and it'd be the most embarrassing.
Also, it's not just the love letters. We also have to
The coin house, yes.
the coin house. That's why the gala is the perfect time because both will be empty-ish.
Oh, so do we have to split up?
No,
Might-
we just have to do both in the same night. We don't necessarily have to split up.
Oh.
We just have to be quick.
Oh.
So that's why I'm thinking invisibility, because we can be in and out of both. Maybe relatively quickly if we know the layout.
I mean,
I can probably figure out the layout for the coin house fairly easily. I mean, I'm a civil engineer in the first place.
uh, um,
I mean, I was a civil engineer between the ages of 8 and 12, so
But not on this plane.
not on this plane, but most engineering typically follows a similar base pattern. I mean, if anything, the rest of the planes have a lot more organized engineering than the AZ. We just do what makes it work. The rest of the
so
planes are all about things like safety and ensuring that things don't blow up. I'm not even
Damn.
kidding.
Damn OSHA.
Is that engineering's philosophy is figure out what it does after you build it.
build it and they will come. What is it? I don't know.
I'm gonna
Build it
build
and
a
they will come.
transformation,
OSHA.
teleportation gate. Why is it a gun? I don't know. It just ended up being this
ATF.
way. And it only seems to destroy goblins. Oh, it doesn't destroy goblins. It teleports them, but to this meadow over there, about 18 miles away.
All right, that ATF just turned to FBI.
So we have the try and convince her over the next 2 days to stay behind and present her evidence. And we also have sneak in.
Absolute worst case, if she doesn't take the bait as far as staying behind, we can then sneak in and plant the evidence and I guess be boring and dull. But I feel like this could be more advantageous to try and convince her and then, in a sense, get an ally for Miss Markee and others in the negotiable affection industry.
Possibly.
For the coin house, I can probably check with Miss Markee, see if she might be able to get me in as just a maintenance check engineer. Which of you guys has good perception?
Nope. +1.
Okay, I
I
can
do.
probably take. Actually, that would work because you have that young, innocent, I don't know what I'm doing feel for you anyway. So I can take.
And I have advantage on perception checks.
Yeah, I could take him with me too as a uh learner or as an apprentice as we go do basic maintenance that just happens to go all over the place in the coin house. And then that way we can kind of take a look at the coin house and get a general feel for its security, its layout, and all that sort of stuff. Okay.
So what am I doing?
You are going to make subtle appearances, find some sort of some way to be able to get a message to Miss Cortez, Mrs. Cortez, right? Mrs. Cortez? Yes. To try and convince her to stay behind uh, at the start of the gala, go separately from her husband to the gala, and go a little bit later so as to be able to talk to her in her home and present this evidence to her directly. Might even lead to her shaming him publicly at the gala.
Or what about this? What about this? We send a false letter saying that he's summoned to some place, and that will leave her alone in the house. And then that's when we do it, so we could do it a little earlier, and then we could just tell her like the perfect time to get back at him is at the gala, and then
like something to draw him away early, so he has to come from a different place altogether going to the gala. I like it.
yeah.
I'm not good at forging.
Yeah.
Unless we're sending this as a stone tablet, I can do stone tablet.
I mean,
or a glass.
I mean, what would it? I mean, it just has to be like it could be from some local business that's like have business to discuss. Please meet.
Ilion. I got it. If we can get Ilion to maybe talk to a local church about a possible charity, we can arrange a charity event just before the gala that the guy has to go to, make an appearance at, and it'll help quote win him votes.
If I can have some time to rest, I can try to recall the knowledge of being able to forge.
That works too.
There we go. Yeah.
Nookie used to be Nookie's proficient with forgery kit.
Mm.
Elion still has a forgery kit.
Okay. So we could get this just. Oh, I'm loving this. This is so not boring. I feel like it's so exaggerated,
Huge.
but I also feel like this is very punchline. Okay. So, if we get him to go to, say, a church on the other side of town for a public appearance event before the gala, then he has to go from there to get to the gala, which means he's not coming from his home to the gala, which means his wife should be there alone, which will leave you open to be able to. I see all the pieces are coming together.
Everything's coming up millions. I mean, yeah.
Things coming up, punchline.
Punchline. Yes.
Coming up, punchline.
All right. So I guess in the meantime, Elion's gonna go take a nap to be able to get that. Greg
Yeah, because we don't have to do.
Yeah,
We don't have to do all that
Mine-
right now.
I have to take a long rest, which
Okay.
is 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah. Greg is going to go talk to Miss Markee about possibly getting in as a maintenance worker with my apprentice to check out the coin house's basic maintenance stuff. Hagatha, I feel like if we really want to sell it to her, having you being seen watching her might be a good way. Like, oh, hey, who's this mysterious woman? You've been watching me for a couple days or so. I don't know.
Yeah, I could do that. I can be stalkerish.
Running cue cards with Luke.
Running cute cards with Luke.
A flow chart.
So if the conversation goes this way, then we should talk about that. And then if it goes this way, we should talk about that.
Now, if she seems angry, you want to go here, here, and here. But she seems very sympathetic. Just go straight down the middle. You'll be golden.
See if you can get a letterhead or a copy of a signature of someone at the church from Miss Markee.
That could work. Okay. Greg's gonna go find Miss Markee.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep.
All right. Hagatha, where are you off to?
What time of day is it?
Noonish.
Noonish.
Yeah, noonish, brunchish.
Yeah.
You can get mimosas.
Mimosas. I think she's gonna do what Greg suggested and kind of like go make an appearance near her house. This Mrs. Cortez's house.
The Cortez.
Yeah.
Make sure you use that head of disguise.
Yes. Yes. No, I'll make it just so I can blend in with the crowd. Well, no, because I want it to be kind of recognizable, I guess. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All right. So, Greg, you leave the room, which leads into Miss Markee's office, and she is there.
Miss Markee,
Yes, there.
we're putting together plans for everything. First and foremost, I guess the simplest thing. Do you happen to have any sort of stationery with from a church or anything, possibly, preferably on the far side of town from the Cortez estate? We're thinking of possibly trying to draw him to the far side of town ahead of the gala, so that he has to go from, ideally, a church straight to the gala.
Giving yourselves more time for executing the plan at the manor house.
Exactly.
I believe we could make that happen. You know what? And she goes to her desk as she rifles through, and she pulls out a piece of paper. And I don't know if it will help, but I did receive a letter condemning our actions from here from the church, and it is signed.
Perfect. That will be absolutely marvelous. Can I take this, or should I get this photocopied?
I'm just keeping it for, you know, amusement. Here.
Ah, thank you. Second thing, would you possibly be able to? I'm not sure what your full pull and influence is, but I'm assuming that within the city there's some sort of civil maintenance service for places like the Coin House.
Well, yes, there's a public works of sorts. Yes.
Would you be able to get me and my apprentice access for just general maintenance survey? That way we can get a feel for the layout of the building.
I believe you're asking the exact right person for that. A lot of maintenance workers use services, and fairly simple to keep them distracted and steal their clothing.
Perfect. Ideally sooner better than later. Let us know when. I think it's going to be at least 4 hours before my apprentice is ready.
She looks over to the wall in the room and waves her hand in front of it, and you can see down to the lounge floor. And she touches this screen, and they highlight. And it's like, those are 2 maintenance workers now. We can offer them a special deal and have closed in a matter of minutes.
All right, that'll work. Perfect.
Yes. Anything
So,
else?
it's kind of awkward at the moment there. No, I believe that'll be it for right now. Yes, that'll be it for right now.
All right. I'll let you know when the clothes have arrived.
Okay. Check in on everyone in the room, and once that's kind of, I guess, cleared, I leave a note for Elion that I'll be down at the bar, and I'll go down and go back to talking to the bartender.
Okay. Agatha, so you want to do some reconnaissance on the house to try and find Miss Cortez and see if you can't find an opening to get to talk to her, or just try to figure out a...
No, I think she'll keep her distance, but she wants to kind of get a sense of her movements, like where she kind of how often is she, or how long is she home? Does she go out anywhere certain times? Just kind of trying to get a feel for her schedule, her day-to-day sort of thing.
All right. Do you want to look around city center, see if you can't find a nice place, see if you can try and spot her? I mean, you don't even really know what she looks like.
No, that is true. Yeah, how was I supposed to do this if I don't know what she looks like? Nobody gave me a picture.
Check with Miss Markee.
Yeah, but you didn't this was. I feel like Agatha kind of just went out without really thinking about it.
Out on the street, okay, gotta find a person.
Yeah, she's gonna go.
What do they look like?
She walked out of the building and she's just standing on the sidewalk crap.
How do I do this?
Where do I go? I didn't think this far. Yeah, I guess she would go back in and talk to Miss Markee about what Miss Cortez looks like. And
oh, excuse me, Agatha. I'm just on my way down to the bar.
Yeah. So my turn.
Asking each other and all.
So you come into her office and you see her looking at this screen or magic portal or something on the wall that wasn't there before, and she's watching as two highlighted figures are being approached by some workers there and slowly pulling them off to the other entertainment side of the house. Um, and she sees you and just like wipes it away. It's like, Miss Hagatha, what can I do for you, darling?
Uh, yeah. The Greg was just in here, yeah.
Yes, he was.
Did he tell you about our plan?
No, something about a signature and clothing.
Okay. Do you by any chance know what Mrs. Cortez looks like? Or have a picture of her by any chance?
I don't know what she looks like, or have a picture of her, I mean. Tall, blonde, human, nose stuck up in the air, well dressed.
That's a lot of humans.
Yes, she's.
And he just like, maybe an address to where she lives, maybe?
Oh, yes, well, they're in the Stalker Hills, second house on the right, I believe.
Okay. Thank you. And she just like scuttles off.
Right.
Yeah. Very brief and just straightforward and to the point, and on she goes.
All right, so we'll fast forward your travel through the city a little bit, except for the fact that you do cross something you find interesting. I have to
Ooh,
pull it up.
I like interesting things.
Oh no, it's a burlap sack.
Is it bedazzled?
No.
Oh,
No,
or
but
bedazzler, like a thing that
it's
makes
a
it bedazzled?
bedazzler. Yup.
Burlap sack with a note attached to it.
And
Not
it comes
funny.
with all the hot glue you'll ever need.
So you exit city center going north, and you do run into two things you find interesting. One
Okay.
is they have you see a sign for the Warhaven Intercontinental Skyport, and you see these large pillars sticking up out of the ground that appear to have moorings at the top, and there's multiple flying ships that come in and out. A little interesting. You haven't, you don't really encounter these, and they don't exactly fit the aesthetic of the world because they look like wooden sailing ships, just without the sails, which you find interesting. But the next thing you find is Carmichael's Sage and Mage Supply Company. And
Carmichael?
Yep, Carmichael's.
Okay.
And
Hey.
it does radiate magic. You can feel
Woo!
it as you approach.
Ooh. Does Hagatha get distracted? Yeah, I think she does. She'll check out Carmichael's.
All right, so you head
Like,
on.
we still have time. Like, she's just kind of like looking at, like, if there's sunlight out, like, she'll just kind of be like, we still have to. Yeah, I could. Elian's gotta sleep for 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Stop it. There's some cool. I bet there's some cool shit here.
You get into this place, and it is fanciful inside. None of the shelves are exactly straight. They curve and they wobble, or they're off center. There's random flying magic things in the air, and this big like model of an airship, and you can see that it kind of flows from a like tchotchke magical items and candies to more serious stuff as you get towards the back.
Ooh, candies.
And as you get to the back, there is a older, ancient-looking gnome man behind a counter, currently cataloging with these two books, and you can see he's going from one side to the other and back and forth. Shop's relatively busy, but not too much.
A couple other patrons.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
All right. Yeah, she'll start looking around and just kind of get a feel for things, and because she doesn't really have much, really, there wasn't like an intention, like I'm looking for set X item. She's just kind of taking it all in and just anything interesting catch.
A couple things. You find yourself in the potion section, and
Okay.
You find a potion with a bull on it, like a bull. It's got a little tag on it, and it's got a bull's head. Hold on, I have to find my list again.
I wonder if it either turns you into a bull or it's bull strength.
Turns you into a llama.
A llama? He's supposed to be
Purple
dead.
potion.
You find a potion, like just a whole bunch of potions, ranging from what appear to be health potions to several that are locked in cases. Some of them have like little Z's coming off of them. You have ones that have mind, one that has pictures of fire, skull and crossbones, all kinds of.
Ooh. The sleepy one might be fun and make someone else fall asleep during combat for once. Frickin' Elion was. One of the guys kept knocking me out there. I don't realize that until later on. But let's see. All right, we're right there for me. But see what actually we got here. Yeah, I mean, I've got potions of healing. I don't know what else I get.
Would you perhaps want to roll Arcana to see if you can kind of understand them a little bit more from description?
Sure. I'm not confident because I wasn't rolling very good when I was practicing.
Is there a floor associate walking about, checking on customers?
That's cocked. Oh, wow. Okay, 18 on the die. 18 plus 4. 22.
22. All right, you get several of them. You see a potion of mind reading.
Mind reading.
Comprehension.
Comprehension.
Invulnerability.
Invulnerability?
Yep. Aqueous form.
Aqueous form.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Dragon's majesty.
Ooh.
Fire breath. Watchful rest. And maximum power.
Maximum power. Mind read. I think Hagatha is interested in the dragon's breath.
Oh, fire breath?
Fire, yeah.
Alright, so...
and maybe invulnerability, too.
Okay, so you can easily grab them and bring them up to the counter and...
Yeah.
And check in on them. So you go up, and this old gnome Like the second you set them on the counter, the old gnome like is writing and immediately stops.
Hello.
Can I help you?
I'd like to buy these. And she has like the 2 jugs and
Yes, potions. Not lots of people buying potions these days.
they're very convenient.
Yes, so it was
Are these labels handmade? Because they're really intricate and I like them a lot.
yes. It's easier to denote pictures because some people refuse to read.
Or just they're illiterate because they grew up poor.
Whatever, that's their problem, not mine. So potion of invulnerability and fire breath.
Yes,
What
please.
are you getting into, young lady?
Lots of trouble.
Okay.
She just like has this big menacing grin on her face, like.
All right.
Starting an underground fight club.
All right. So
First rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club, and she tells him that.
hold on here. Coming up with
I swear I've seen it, or
Yeah.
maybe parts of it. I don't know.
looking at the rules.
Speaking
Tyler
of
not
menace.
here. Tyler gone.
Hey, how about you not do that to poor Bill? How about you not do that to poor Bill?
All right. So the potion of invulnerability. We're looking at 567 gold.
Squeeze me?
Yes, it's quite rare. It's probably the only one I've had in the shop for 3-4 decades.
Hold on. She's gonna rummage through her bag. Do you take trades by any chance?
Perhaps.
I've got this wand of web.
Wand of web. That's been a while.
Maybe that, or at least bring down in price. It still has all its charges. It's been barely used.
Let's see. He takes it, and you can see he casts a spell over it, and he's identifying it. It's an uncommon item. I could probably knock 50, 75 gold off of it.
I mean,
I like Agatha's like haggling here. It's like, yeah, it's never been fired. It's only been dropped once.
well, she's not gonna say it's brand new because she knows better. What else do I have that I don't use? Basically pawning off all
How
the
much money do you actually have?
She's
I
got
feel like
enough. Oh, she's got plenty.
Yeah,
thousands of gold.
she could afford like 4 or 5 of these.
Yeah. But she doesn't want to spend it all on this one little potion. Granted, it is cool, but really only 50 off for with the wand? Like this, you can just like
It's an
cast in someone.
It's an uncommon magic item, my dear, and if I know anything, it's my magic items.
No, I'm not that. Okay. You said 50 off?
Yes.
60? No.
You said 75, but now you
Hey.
said 50, so.
I think she would have. I was hoping to say the higher number.
Love that, Ray.
And as soon as I said it, I was like,
Well,
fine.
you insist, I'll only take 50 off, I guess.
That would be what first?
You're
No.
playing your character perfectly.
5. We'll round it to even 530 gold pieces then.
Now, is that including this other one?
No, that's a separate item.
What's the total for the 2?
Well, the fire breath is is less rare, so it'll be about 150 gold.
63 platinum.
A lot. I do have. So I'm looking at. I have 200 platinum and 705 gold and a lot of copper. Well,
Why does she have all the money?
Because it was from Nookie when he went out.
Why and how does she have all that money?
Because he
Greg
didn't spend
hasn't been
money on
paid
anything.
for a while, and he's like,
I never
"Oh, my
bought
God,
anything.
dude."
Yeah, Nookie. Well, we had gotten to that dragon horde gold and stuff, and then Nookie went and got himself reanimated
She's
or
like, "Hey,
whatever
here's my
into
money."
Elion. And Elion was still like a fresh babe and like didn't know what to do with the. And so he's just like, "Here, Agatha." Like, okay, okay. So Agatha has all the monies, and she
Went
hasn't
there
spent.
for the yard sale outside of Nookie's room.
Yeah, Agatha's just like, I'm just gonna take all of this back.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. Yeah, because this is. Yeah. Anywho,
Spain still has his thousands of gold, but
Thane's in another plane.
yeah.
Oh, that rhymed. Haha.
So, do you want to spend the coin?
Fine.
Realizing-
Alright, so you have a potion of fire breath and a potion of invulnerability.
I was gonna say invisibility.
Look,
He
I
has
do
their
that
potion of
without.
invisibility, and
Oh my god.
Do you pay
Alright.
in gold or platinum?
Well, how much is it total?
Be-
63 platinum or 630 gold.
630 gold.
So it
give
was
it to him in copper.
I only have 130 in copper,
I
so.
was doing my math right.
Well,
I think
so-
he's cheated you twice. Do it in copper.
it was
Oh my god. I'll do. So I've got 130 copper. I'll do the copper first. Make it look like this is all I got.
Here's 63,000 copper.
So it was
Get rid of all the.
it's actually 680 because it was 150 for the fire breath.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, either way, I have enough. I just gotta figure out the amount so I can take it. Separate it.
Yeah.
Gotta get it separated. All right.
So how much copper do you have?
I have 130 copper.
130
40
is 1.3 gold. So 1 gold, 3 silver.
And I have 43 silver.
43 silver is that's
Okay,
4 gold.
before we start doing math aerobics, just do it in gold.
So yeah, it's
Do it in gold.
you'd have a total of 5 gold off using your smaller coins.
I'll just do it out of the. I'll do some in platinum, and then I'll do a combination of platinum and gold.
Okay. When you lay out the platinum, you can see his disinterested face becomes brighter. Oh, platinum! Well, I did not realize I had quite the well-to-do person in the shop.
I think that's kind of like exaggerating, but sure.
All right. If you're ever interested in more valuable things,
Oh,
I do have a
yeah.
selection.
You got anything interesting out back?
Out back.
Like any books in particular,
Oh,
or just interesting?
I do have several high-level spells.
Scrolls?
Yes.
Those are usually one-trick ponies.
Yes, but these are of a 7th level and higher.
Can I use those?
It's a caster check, if pretty much,
I
if it's on your list.
mean,
Or
I'm a
in 3
warlock.
more levels, you'll be able to cast a 7th level spell.
But if you're looking for tome specifically,
Yeah, preferably ones that don't cause you to have to get high just to read it. AKA the one that I already have from when we were in Etheris.
you get high to read.
Long story, I don't want to explain it right now.
All right.
Basically, I want to be able to read it and be like, yes, this is how this is done, and boom.
I do have a tome I believe would be perfect for your particular. He hops off and skitters off and comes back out with this giant tome. And he flops it down, blows the dust off. It is very thick tome, silver metal cover.
Ooh.
With two.
I didn't get that.
Shush, Arrow. That has a very fancy engraving on it and 2 purple gems with runes in on them. This would be I think would be helpful to you. It's called the Tome of Clear Thought.
Ooh, Tome of Clear Thought.
Yes.
How much?
Oh, it's a very, very rare item. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
How much you got?
What? How much? I was gonna say, so I've got the 200 platinum. How much is that in gold?
2,000 golds.
2,000. Oh, that makes sense because it actually gives me the total right there. Help if I looked.
Never. Well, we're not there. We're
I'm
not
not-
there.
Hold on.
Oh no, I'm not gonna give him the whole 200, but I need to know like how much.
I was gonna say
Ooh.
don't mention it, but I'm like I'm not
No,
there.
no, no. That's why I said Brian, so it was out of character.
Yeah. I got it.
It would be 25,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, no. Too steep for me.
I see you aren't really wealthy. He takes it, shoves it down.
I'm not like I just so happen to have some platinum and just
Very quickly wraps up your 2 potions in a net on a leather strap.
Yep.
Like, they're easy to carry or put on your belts, whatever you do. Here you go, thank you. And immediately just goes back to his books. Once he realizes you didn't have the money he was looking for, disinterested.
fine. I wasn't that rich anyway.
I want the tome with clear thought.
You got 20,000? 'Cause I don't.
I could build some stuff for him.
Well, I tried haggling with the stuff I already had that I don't need anymore, and it's like,
I can build a bomb of clear shop.
And as you,
He might
Just
like
go
me-
in there and start
might-
fixing a shelf and then give him a bill for 25,000.
I'm a master grade worker here, dude.
as you leave, you hear him like he's supposed to say it kind of tone. Thank you for visiting Carmichael's, and tell your friends Fallen Tree sent you.
Fallen Tree?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Who's Fallen Tree?
That's what he says as you exit.
Okay. Here, whatever. What was it?
Oh, it's not sent you, supplied you.
Oh, supplied. Oh, okay.
I got caught in the habit of saying sent you.
Ready.
So you leave the shop and head up towards Stroker's Hill. The city.
Stokers? Stokers?
Stokers.
Like, okay. Stoking the fire. Okay.
Yep.
It was, for some reason, I kept hearing either strokers, like stroking something, or stalkers. I don't know why.
Yep.
My
Stoker's Hill. And you see, like, there's this gap. It's like the city ends, manicured lawn, gorgeous path, walled gate off place, guards out front, but the gates are open and people seem to be relatively traveling through without getting too much of a hassle. You see the mansions over across the top of the wall, and these are opulent mansions.
These people might have 25,000 gold.
Yes.
Ooh, I might have to. No, focus. Already got sick.
I don't know. If I had to guess, they probably are actually very heavily in debt, and they've mortgaged their houses to pay for their opulent lifestyle. They're just literally hovering on the brink of collapse.
Just hemorrhaging money. Hemorrhaging.
I don't think these are those people.
No, they're the lying, steely, touchy, grabby.
As you approach a guard, a well-dressed, pressed, dark blue uniform with gold thread and buttons, a patent leather, like, shining belt and boots, gleaming badge, human, male, broad-chested, very big person, stops you. It's like, your business here at the Hill.
I'm looking for Lady Cortez.
Right, just a scheduled visit, or does she know you're coming? Because we do have a list.
Oh, for everybody?
Well, clearly you work there, right? And he looks you up and down.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're the help.
Yeah. He's just trying to be like, oh.
Ma'am, this is the upper class of the city. You don't appear to be that way, and we must secure these gates and make sure these homes are safe.
Greg didn't tell me about this part. Crap. Never mind. I will be on my way. And she does like a full 180 and just walks off.
I picture her doing like the world's worst curtsy as she says that.
She does she's the full hair flip down and just like her head's down by her knees and just like, sorry to bother you, sir. And just really obnoxious and walks off.
All right, have a good day. And he goes on about his business, and you walk down the path a little bit.
But she does it in a really weird strut, so she's just kind of arms are straight, legs are straight, and she's just super awkward. She wasn't, it wasn't part of Greg's plan. She was so focused on talking to Mrs. Cortez. Greg didn't say anything else about anybody else.
Should have just yelled really loudly, "Do you know who I am?"
Nothing, man.
He didn't make an index card for this.
We see Oog rapidly going through cue cards. It's not here! It's not here!
Confronted by guards, confronted by guards. What am I supposed to do if I'm confronted by guards?
And it just poofs.
This is freaking great. It's going downhill and it
Messing
hasn't
up.
started yet.
Luckily, this is just like a trial run kind of thing, not the actual.
Yep.
Thank God.
So we leave that awkwardness to find Elion meditating. So when you go into your meditative state, what are you thinking? How are you trying to pull this knowledge out of the soul of a previous soul or life?
So I try to focus on Nookie and the times where he would make up a false identity, forge documents, try to make it so that he would play off as somebody else, write up manifests for ships that he didn't exactly own. So he got really good at forging.
Okay. I will need a certain check. Well, let's go with concentration to start. To see if you can, because this is more than just meditation for rest. Is you are resting, but you are trying to narrow down in your past this point. So you're concentrating on a past life.
So this is a what check?
Concentration, just like a spell, concentration. So
Oh.
it's a Constitution modifier, D20.
Okay, that's nice. 25.
25. All right. So you have securely connected to this part of Nookie. So now we will hold on. Let me bring up a character sheet. Make sure I say do that. Was forgery intelligence or dex based?
Forgery is a tool, so it is, I believe, Dex.
So he'll have whatever proficiency and then whatever appropriate stat you feel like is appropriate for whatever he's trying to do in the moment.
All right.
Like if he's trying to forge specifically a signature, probably Dex. If he's trying to make a convincing, like paragraph or letter to make it sound right, it might be Charisma.
Yeah.
If he's just
let's
trying
not
to
make it Charisma. That's the worst one.
if
It's only
he's
a plus 14.
if he's trying to like make sure he does a very very well written analytical one, it might be intelligence, but he'll have that proficiency plus whatever appropriate stat you have associated you want to have you feel like he's doing.
All right. So we're gonna say proficiency plus history. Because you're pulling it
Intelligence?
from intelligence. So you're pulling it from the history of yourself, essentially. Now that you've laser beamed on it, you've got a really good concentration check, so you've lowered the DC.
Oh, okay. You know this is a race skill, right? I can sleep and I can be proficient in a skill or tool of my choice.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it a little difficult because of the story.
More
behind
interactive.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty much you're gonna get it.
Well, I have a plus nothing to see into history. So it's just my proficiency modifier at that point, right?
Right.
Hold on, are you forging the document?
No, he's essentially learning from his past life how to forge.
Gotcha.
This is where
16.
his 16. Yep, you figure it out. You pull your knowledge. It's pretty easy. I had it at like a 10, so
Okay.
yeah, pretty good chance you were gonna get it. Because I also don't want to take away from your skills, but we're flavored going back in time and learning it from a previous life.
Right.
So you are now proficient in forgery.
Yay.
Until you decide not to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on, let me take another nap.
All right. Um, so you're doing that. Hagatha's weird walking away. Um, Greg, about 15 minutes after you talk to Miss Markee,
hmm
quite an interesting conversation with this bartender.
Inquiring about him about like the layout for the nightclub that I'm going to rebuild for Kyle, and getting a bartender's viewpoint and opinion, getting to know him too in the meantime.
Yeah, it's like no curved bars, no 360 bars, straight bar in the back, separate service stations. Like those are the key things to keep your bartenders happy.
Interesting. It's just like making notes.
And he says, "Hold on a second," and he runs back behind the bar to like a service area, and he comes back with a paper wrapped package tied, and it's like, "I think you got some mail from upstairs."
Oh, right. The
Yeah,
clothesline.
I
Right,
don't want to know.
right.
I don't want to. I don't.
It's no, it's perfectly fine.
Nope.
Okay.
He
I'm
just
sorry,
closes his eyes and is like, nope, don't want to know.
it's just okay.
Well,
I'm
this
sorry
is
if I've
coming.
made you feel uncomfortable. I mean, that wasn't my intention here.
I'm not uncomfortable. There's just things I don't need to know.
It's it's not like a kink costume or anything like
I
that.
don't care.
Okay.
But I mean, what do you, man?
It's I'm not cross-dressing either.
Right.
It's not that kind of an outfit either.
Right.
I prefer to just yeah. My preference is just straight up and get to it. Anyway, on that awkward note, I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
You wanna talk more bar design stuff later on maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm always kind of interested in hearing like different opinions on setups and things like this. It's a little bit of a different project for me, and I feel like you've had some really great insights.
Oh, I've been bartending for a while, and we could talk that or other things.
Yeah, sure.
Just know that later in the day, the busier it gets.
Gotcha. Of course, understood. Um, yeah, okay. I mean, maybe when you're off, I don't know. I'll be upstairs. Bye.
Okay.
Question: Is Greg taking notes and stuff like that to replace the bar that he turned into a coffee station
No.
back at the headquarters where you totally dismantled the bar and
Yeah.
turned it into something else?
Yeah. It's a perfectly situated coffee bar. It
Hey-
has, lattes, Americano dispenser. It has.
Hey, Elion, your nookie is showing.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
you have these maintenance clothes, and I assume you would open them.
Yeah, head back up to the room, open them, try them on, make sure they fit appropriately.
It has every single piece of clothing that they had. They got it all, down to the socks.
Set aside the things I don't want to touch.
But it is a blue jumpsuit kind of maintenance uniform. Uh, they both have like these ID cards on them as well, and one is for Roy and Steve.
Okay. I guess obvious thing. Which one of them is the bigger one that is a more appropriate size for Greg? Which one
Steve.
actually fits Greg? Steve. Okay. So Greg will be Steve.
I guess I'm Roy.
You're Roy. Whenever you wake up, but no, yeah, try it on, make sure it fits appropriately. Did I get a good look at like what they were, like appearance wise?
Not entirely.
Not really.
Yeah, but you do have a expert forger now, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of it is it's like, hey, if I'm gonna go in there and if I'm gonna be quote Steve, should probably at least like look like a Steve.
right.
Like I still have the hat of disguise that I can work with the suit. Anyway, um, heck, at this point I can just use the hat of disguise. Um, okay, yeah, I wait for Elion to come back out. Uh,
Um,
because I need my apprentice.
Hagatha, do you walk around the city more, or do you head back directly?
I think she heads back.
Okay.
Because she's like kind of sort of panicked a little bit. She's like, that didn't go as planned. Like, why did Greg didn't tell me about other people having to talk to them and stuff. Like, this isn't how. This is why I like saying gonna be able to, she's just rambling on about just all the you know
You
stuff.
you slowly notice more and more people are giving you a bit more of a wider berth since you're just rambling to yourself walking down the streets.
As soon as she realizes that, she kind of like I don't know. I don't really think she would actually notice that much. If she does, then she doesn't really care. Basically, until she gets back to the House of Pleasure.
House of Lady Favors.
House of Lady Favors.
House of negotiable affection.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I still prefer that. I feel like it's such a sophisticated term.
I like it. So,
International House of Pleasures.
so Hagatha, you do make it back before Elion wakes up. And for the sake of the game, Elion, you're pretty close to being done with your long rest. But Hagatha does make it back beforehand. So is there anything you want to say or do in the 30 minutes
I think
before
she needs.
Elion wakes up?
I'm assuming it's kind of like evening now.
Yeah, it's been about 3.5 hours.
Kind of like early evening, late afternoon.
Cool. She's gonna go to the bar.
The bar doesn't close.
Nope, this bar does not close. You roll up to the bar, get a drink.
Yeah.
Do anything else?
Maybe some food. Maybe, I don't know. She's just kind of like trying to unwind a little bit and just kind of like think about how is she supposed to be able to talk to this woman when she can't even talk to a guard? And like, she's just kind of self-doubting a little bit. She's kind of like on that downward spiral a little bit of like self-doubt, and she's like, I'm not cut out for this. I just throw spells at things and just like I don't just go. I don't stop to think. That whole thing. She just kind of. She might have moments of silence, but then there may be times where she kind of mumbles to herself a little. But she's just kind of like stuck in her own head unless somebody like comes up and tries to have like a conversation with her.
You do get approached, but it's more of a like, hey, how you doing? You want to dance? You want company? Kind of thing.
No. I appreciate you and like, but yeah, no, I can't. I just need food. Super awkward. Just trying to gently no, I'm just here for drinks, and I'm helping out the lady of the house. No, lady of the business lady, helping the business lady.
Right.
Like how long before this did Greg get the clothing stuff? Was it like right as soon as Greg had like gone down there, or is it like
you only spent like 15-30 minutes at the bar?
Okay, so Greg's kind of been sitting up in the room, waiting for Elion dressed as the maintenance guy.
Elion, you wake up and you have this innate feeling. You know what you're doing when it comes to paperwork. You're real confident
I know how to forge now, but I also have a distaste for doing any like actual like collective paperwork. And I used to be on it.
I hate paper.
I used to be on it, but now I don't want to do it at all.
Yeah, you're just not feeling it. It's like should be so should be so tough on the rules.
Oh, Ilion, you're awake. Here, try this on. Throws the other uniform at you.
Who are you?
I'm Steve.
Well, Steve, what the fuck are you doing in our room?
No, it's me, Greg.
What?
This is my disguise.
You should have opened with that.
I thought I didn't think it was that good. No one else has come up to the room or anything to give me their opinion, and I didn't want the. I mean, there was anyway, but no. Go ahead and try that on. See how it fits, and then we might even be able to get over there and get to the coin house and take a look at it today.
Why does it smell funny?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Oh. Am I supposed to wear the underwear too?
No, you don't have to.
You don't wear underwear? She's not her. The Hagatha's not there.
Greg has molten armor now. He kind of holds everything in place.
You don't have molten armor right now.
I can wear
Mando.
I can wear it underneath anything.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't lose that. You didn't lose that.
Yeah, no, because that got designated as my arcane armor, and that cannot be removed without my permission, or if I'm dead. But even then, it can't be removed for 3 days.
Yeah. It's like a layer of skin almost.
Yep. And arcane armor for artificers is just freaking OP. It's amazing. I literally cannot be disarmed. Like, you could cut off my arm and a new one will grow out of the armor. But
So Elion's dressed now. He goes, "You didn't. I could have gotten dressed myself. You didn't need to help."
seems like you were having a problem with the zipper there. Like you kept swishing around and wiggling, so I just...
Well, the pants are a little tight.
Well, whose fault is that?
Does Roy have a beard? Because there's a lot of extra hair in here.
I don't know. I didn't get that much of a look at him. Like, I only briefly saw them in there. I probably wouldn't think about it too much, just in case Roy doesn't wear anything in there. Yeah, you probably shouldn't think about it too much.
Well, do I look like Roy?
I'm pretty sure Roy had 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head, so yes.
Oh. Okay.
Look, just trust me. If you're feeling nervous, use that. You're supposed to be my apprentice. So just act like you have no idea what you're doing and try not to touch anything.
I can promise you I can do one of those things.
Biggest thing is just, keep a lookout, try and take in and look, see if there's anything suspicious. We're trying to learn the lay of the land here.
Yeah, I can do that.
And I might fix their ventilation system while we're at it. But we're mostly trying to learn the lay of the land.
Okay.
All right. Also, I don't have a watch, so I haven't heard back from Hagatha at all. You may want to check and see how she's doing. Like, she's been gone pretty much the entire time. I don't think I've seen her come back yet.
Well, it shows that she's here.
Oh, maybe she's downstairs. Oh, maybe she's downstairs. She has been a little stressed. Well,
At this point, she's had a couple in her, and then she just starts kind of like... what would she be? I want her to be loudly explaining things, but I don't know what she would be explaining about, though. Maybe she's just being rambunctious.
How there's a difference between swamps and bogs.
Myself, personal as a player, I have no idea, but a Hagatha would definitely know what that.
You are your own audience.
Hold on. Hold on. What is difference between
Swamp and bog.
So,
I love this.
In that sense, we'll probably try and sneak out just
Side
so
him.
he doesn't feel awkward or anything.
oh yes, Miss Marquis sees your disguises and does direct you to leave out the back. Do you want to leave Hagatha to her loud explaining differences between bogs and swamps?
Probably
Swamps
leave a note
Or
upstairs. in the
more
room.
wetlands. It's all about height differences.
Greg is thinking we're in a house of negotiable affection. She seemed really into it when we were at the last one. She's probably just de-stressing, or maybe doing some method acting. I don't know.
And then, fun fact: you didn't think this was an educational show. Swamps are low wetlands. Bogs are generally higher than the surrounding land.
There you go.
There you go.
And
And now
swamps
you know.
and swamps are the water is provided by either rivers or streams, and then bogs are just from precipitation and no outflow. Water is So basically,
It's stagnant. death
And
water.
a touch of Nookie comes out as we're leaving. I just go, yeah, but what about marshes?
I gotta get down some marshes. Marshes and Martians. Do Martians live in marshes?
Hey, what
Oh,
about an
that would
African
explain why you
swallow?
can't find them, because there's no marshes and stuff on Mars.
They're in marshes.
Marshes.
Aliens.
Aliens. Yes.
So our two cleverly disguised maintenance men make their way to the coin house. So city center is circular in design, with a statue of on a large pillar. There's a bronze statue sitting on top of it of this warrior man standing there proudly. But there is a giant church, a big home, several other buildings, and then you see the master, the master of coin, the big bank, the city bank, directly. So if the church is on the west, the coin is on the east. So they're perfectly across from each other. There's no vehicles in the area. Everyone is on foot in this center. The coin house has a large sweeping staircase up front to large doors with pillars and wonderful architecture. It is domed at the top and is quite a large and well adorned building. You see well-dressed men and women and creatures kind of flowing in and out of the bank. It lightly appears from the outside, lightly guarded. And same with the general area you're in.
Okay. First things first, I hand Ilion a huge ass toolbox. He's the apprentice. He needs to carry the tools.
Yeah, not a problem.
Really strong.
Second,
So
gather
strong.
from our experience back at the Marquee House. I'm gonna go around back looking for a service entrance.
Easy enough. There's a little alleyway in the back, and you find like a loading dock area.
Okay. Yeah, going up to someone in looks like they're in an official capacity. It's like, hey there, we're here to do some maintenance work here on site. We're told to just kind of check general area for all the different utilities, make sure everything is functioning right. Also heard something about someone in the notes mentioned some weird noises on the vents at night. So if you give us direction to where that might be.
All right. So I don't know what's wrong with dispatch, but that's not at all what we called maintenance for.
All right, look, all I know is that my transcripts when I had them, which of course they got lost because they got knocked over by some godforsaken carriage, splattered everywhere. All I remember from them was general maintenance check, checking ventilation systems, electrical systems. There was a cooling system, I think, at some point. You guys have a refrigeration unit here on site?
No, those are fine. We need you to check the traps.
The traps.
Yeah, like monthly like quarterly maintenance was supposed to happen 2 quarters ago, and it never happened.
Well, it's news for me here, okay? Look, if you guys aren't filling out your paperwork properly, this kind of stuff is going to end up happening.
Okay, so you're telling me I don't know how to do my job now?
I'm not saying. Are you the one who fills out the paperwork?
Yes, I put in for magical traps. It's like the magic traps. It's like boom. It's like, what do you need? Heating, cooling, weird sounds, magic traps. Check.
What do you need? What do you need?
All right.
What do you need?
Did you fill out the A30?
There's no A30.
There's the problem. That's why we're late. They issued a new documentation, A30 documentation. They've separated out mechanical maintenance with magical maintenance. That's why we've had this big delay. So sorry to hear that you haven't gotten the update on this. I'll let them know whenever I get back there. We'll get you a nice heavy stack sent your way. We'll get stuff taken care of. Go ahead and just... I got to make sure I get all my stuff checked out. So I'll check the magical traps. I'll need to make a round, check all the different maintenance hatches as well. Just so I have my boxes checked off and I can say that I checked them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Looking at probably...
It's the bureaucrats. They're always changing the forms. Like, they get it simple and works fine, and then they go and add shit.
Look, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. But help me do my job. I'll make sure they get the paperwork to you so you can do your job. And some higher up with a silver dildo stuck up his butt can feel proud of himself.
All right, yeah, all right, fine. Just make sure you check the traps and
Don't worry, that'll be the first.
It's gonna be an expensive dildo.
Now.
Sorry, that's what I got caught up on.
I mean, it's only like $23 an ounce, so.
All right. Like I said, though, I lost a lot of my paperwork, and by the sound of it, things may not have been updated. Can you give me a listing, your guys' personal listing of where all your magical traps are located, what their function is, what their triggering mechanisms are supposed to be? That way I can get them all checked out proper.
All right. So he does. He's like, well, you'll have to go to security for that because I just schedule the maintenance, but details of security. But it's like, you maintenance guys do this all the time. I'm surprised you can't find them. All right, so yeah, the security office up and around the corner.
Gotcha. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
By the way, this is my apprentice here, Roy. You might see him standing around looking like he's doing nothing. I don't want him doing anything. You guys don't ask him to touch anything. You guys don't ask him to work on anything. He's here to observe. He's here to learn.
Right. I got other things to do, man. Like,
just saying, if you can just spread the word to your other guys. I know you guys around here are all about security. If you see anyone who's looking suspicious, report it. Be the good customer service, whatever it might be. Just leave him be. He's with me. He's not supposed to touch anything.
The cat wasn't my fault.
Look, you had one shot on that day. I gave you one shot that day. I told you. Now it's going to be 2 more trucks. You not touching anything. You observing. Where are your gloves?
Fine.
Where are your gloves?
They don't even have cats in here.
Where? I'm sorry. We're going to work this out. You come with me. Where are your freaking gloves? Just drag him away. Security.
You get to security, and they give you some traps, the list of traps. In the main lobby, there is a magic mouth. Before I go any further, though, we'll need a deception check at advantage. Because that was good.
I don't work retail at all. Okay. That's. God damn it. I wish I had a deception modifier. So that's a 12.
12.
No.
Can I
With-
also roll deception?
Sure.
That's with advantage? Oh.
With advantage. I rolled a 5 and a 12. I don't have a mod.
I do have a mod.
Can I use his mod? or can I use intelligence on it? Because I just dropped a whole bunch of freaking lingo.
24.
24.
19 plus 5. And that was not with advantage. That was a straight roll.
Okay. So, at first, get up to the window, Greg, to the security guy. The security guy's looking at you like, I know a lot of the maintenance guys. Like, I don't remember you. I'm going to have to clear this with the boss, because that's sensitive knowledge. So, he shoos you away from the window, and he doesn't move. You don't see him do anything. He's like straight up stalling.
If we can't get this one, I don't want to have to sit out on another job. Every time. It wasn't my fault, and you're just dragging this out. Let me just do my job.
I've got to do my thing, man. Like, I got to talk to the
Oh no,
boss.
I was talking to Greg.
Oh,
Look, listen, dude. I really need to get this kid checked off. I really need to get him trained. This is one of the best places to run newbies through. Can you do me a solid? Can we skip the bureaucracy? I have been up for the last 3 days working with him because goddamn elves don't sleep. Can you do me a favor? Can you just let me get to my job? So this is our last job for this week. I get to go home and I'm going to sleep for goddamn 12 hours.
well,
Can you do me a favor here?
Sounds like such a waste of a day.
Damn elves.
Listen here, you elf. We all can't run on 4 hours of freaking sleep. Some of us need more than that.
All right. Whatever. Like,
Sorry, I'm not.
like, my boss he's in a bad mood today, and this will just push him over the edge. Because, fine, here, and he just kind of slips you a piece of paper. It's like, just make sure that comes back. That's the desk
Thank
copy.
you. No problem. We'll get it back to you. No problem. Thank you. I appreciate this. I'll put in the report that, security was great, helpful, and all about maintaining company image of safety and all that crap they want us to write into that stuff. So all the propaganda is in proper place. Don't worry about it.
Just make sure it gets back, all right? I don't want to lose my job.
No worries. Got it. No
I
worries.
could care less what
you.
you say. Just get it done.
I got you, man. No worries.
And all right, so in the main lobby, there's
I'm like, that was really good.
I mean, sleeping 12 hours does seem like a waste of a day.
Look, sometimes you just need it.
So.
But it's so nice, but yet you still always feel so tired afterwards. Huh.
Because it's too much.
But if
Or
you
not
don't
enough.
sleep enough, then you're still tired. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So.
All right,
Nothing
so Magic
fucking
Mouth
matters.
in main lobby.
Yeah, Magic Mouth main lobby, and there's a maintenance stove that it triggers like a magic trap that can be disarmed, but this trap is designed to contain.
the magic mousetrap that
Yes.
triggers?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
How how do you get out?
How? What?
How would someone get out? Does security have to come down and deactivate it?
um, to find out more details about the trap itself, you'd have to go to it. But this is a location of kind of a general location and description. It also gives you a heads up of that there are 3 levels to the building. There's the main floor that serves as a lobby and is mostly offices. The second floor is where you would find the Master of Coins office and higher ranking people in the building. The lower floor, the third, say the basement, that's where the vault is, along with some actual money changers and the tellers put the coins into a chute and it goes downstairs to other counters who then will make sure the right coins get to the right place in the right vaults, kind of thing. The main vault itself is guarded by multiple classic D&D style traps. But
whatever that means.
Yes. So it's got swinging spikes, pitfalls. There are some electric traps on that staircase, and then the door to the vault itself is also trapped with a very powerful electric spell, very very powerful lightning spell. Most of the traps are simple, like the simple alarms at doors and windows. However, there is a no maintenance needed unknown trap at the Coin Master's office. Damn it. And you do see down in description that this trap changes every time there's a new Coin Master, and it's set by him to his specifications to secure that room. The other important thing is spread out all over the place are arcane eyes. Security cameras.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, and I'm guessing
Arcane eye can't hear, right? You can only see.
I believe so.
And thanks to Pi, I basically photograph all of this straight into memory. So I have this. Okay. So I start doing the rounds, start checking all these different traps.
I would need a independent arcane check for the lobby, the Coin Master's office, and if you're looking at the traps to the vault and the vault itself.
Okay. We don't need to get into the vaults, but we're checking them, right? Okay. So I guess first floor main lobby checks.
All right.
You are not being used for the rest of the night. That's a 13.
And I got a 16.
So, with a little bit of work, you figured out where the sigil for the arcane mouth is, where it comes out of. It looks like it's written correctly and engraved and hidden in elaborate filigree on the wall. You see that it is triggered by switches behind the teller's desks, like a
silent
room
alarm, sort of.
Yeah, like a silent alarm kind of thing. But you also gather that it turns on at sunset automatically.
Okay.
And that's the only details you pick up about that particular track.
All right. Um, do we get a location on the where the arcane eyes are? Is it
So
listed on there?
they do list them, and they would be set up like security cameras. They're looking at doorways and then open areas.
Okay.
There's several in the lobby area because that's where if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Hmm.
And there are less in like the employees only areas parts of the central bank.
Gotcha. All right. Greg is just gonna memorize their locations so he can get a general sense of the field of vision for them.
Okay.
And also, while going through here, using his background feature of where is it? As an Izet engineer, um, I have the basic knowledge of structure of buildings, including the stuff behind walls. So, just kind of going through and having a building, I guess, in his head, a general set, a basic knowledge of the building structures, where hidden passages may be located, um, etc. Just kind of whatever he can glean just by walking through. I guess measuring the space of the building, uh, the total space of the building's exterior versus the actual space of the rooms.
Right.
Like figuring it out. There's a weird spot right around in this location that doesn't make sense. There might be something hidden there, etc.
You do find one of those, and it's towards the back, and you can tell by your positioning in the in the building that this seems to be a hidden hallway, staircase, something of that nature, uh, leading directly to the vault from the coin master's office. Like he has direct access,
Okay.
and you can tell that this is relatively new construction. It was not original to the building.
Okay. So possibly something he put in so he to help him with his skimming.
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to plant the evidence in his office, or it's in his second in command's office?
Believe she asked second in command because why would
Yeah,
he have his evidence convicting him? You're trying to
right.
make sure that it's found.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Okay.
So
But his second command, he would still have his office somewhere on the second floor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because you're saying higher ranking person, so I'm guessing other people of various ranks have offices inside the coin house.
Yes.
All right. Then I think appropriately, let's head to the second floor.
All right. So you head to the second floor. Um, there there are physical guards here too. I forgot to mention them, and they are posted in general areas, more lobby and then basement level. But there is one upstairs, and he is sitting behind like a desk. So it seems more of like a security secretary kind of checkpoint kind of thing. And he looks at you, just waves you on. He sees your maintenance. So you do come up these stairs. It is a hallway that goes out about 15 feet, then
Mhm.
T's left and right. And the first two rooms you come up to are big conference rooms, left and right side. And when you go left or right onto the T's, it's uh, offices with nice doors with names emblazoned on them, and then their positions.
Okay.
Um, so the hallways does square around towards the back of the building. And that's where you find the Master of Coin's office, and directly across the hall, more interior to the building, you find the Assistant Director to the Master of Coin's office. Both doors are shut.
Gotcha. All right. I guess then up here, checking the arcane traps. I guess you said it was an arcane check per floor.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, 23.
23?
7.
7. Being the good apprentice, you're just standing back and holding the suitcase, the toolbox.
Yep.
So, out of all the traps that you have found, the heaviest security is lobby. Like, you could tell that's a heavy trap, but you can't tell what it does. You can tell there's a heavier trap on, obviously, down towards the vault. The assistant director to the Master of Coin and the Coin Master's office, you could sense a heavy presence of a trap on the door. It is magical. You for a 21, right?
23.
23. So both are alarmed. There's a magical effect on the lock to pick. You can see the runes, and you can tell it has something to do with like evocation.
Do these offices, do they have windows so that people can see? Like, you know how like if you're in like an office
Like
building,
glass offices.
yeah.
Yes. So the assistant director's office would not, because it's interior. The Coin Master's does.
Okay. Okay. So a magical effect for a lock, which is probably arcane lock, so that would need to be disabled for any picking. Both are alarmed. All right. All right. All right. All right. And for good show, heading down to the vaults to I guess check out the traps in accordance with
Would I
that.
guess that dispel magic would work on the traps?
With your arcane knowledge, you would assume that it could, but you don't know what level of magic was used.
Cool.
Like, it could be really basic or it could be high cast. It's like you're just not sure. And as far as the vault goes, this is where it chews up a lot of time, because most of the traps heading down to the vault itself are way more mechanical in nature.
Greg gets a slight boner.
Do I have to roll for how many that I set off?
That was literally going to be my next sentence.
I was actually going to ask, did you want to just give me advantage on the arcane checks, or
these will be more, since they're more mechanical, it'll be more of like a check for traps as like a rogue.
Ah, gotcha.
So it'd be more perception based.
Okay.
Can that be investigation?
It can, yes.
Huzzah. Because I have advantage on that.
With advantage on perception, I got a 9 plus 6, so 15 total.
15.
9 plus 7 for 16. I'm also going to drop a Flash of Genius onto that for 19.
19.
Forgot I had that feature.
You guys spot the first couple of traps.
Mhm.
Check them, and they seem to be working and fine. And I would assume Greg does his actual due diligence and greases them.
Oh, of course. Like, they're by the time he's left, there now, for whatever reason, is a fully equipped flamethrower. No one knows where he got the parts from, but it's just there at the bottom of the staircase, pointed upward.
While doing this, I try to have the conversation with him. Yeah, but if you do take care of all their traps and get everything working properly, we have zero excuse to come back.
And as you say that, Elion, you miss one, and
Yep.
I need dexterity check.
Mm-hmm. That is a 19.
19. You busy talk, you hear a click, go, "Ooh," and you instantly jump back, and if you had a beard, it would have shaved it. Just a giant blade just comes swinging.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's some beard in this jumpsuit.
You know, if you had actually let that thing hit you, we would have a perfect reason to leave and come back and do this tomorrow.
Where's the next one?
3 steps down to your left, but make sure you hit it with your right foot.
I auto-fail.
You trip this trap.
Son of a bitch.
We're the two strong. We're the 2 healers in the group. You'll be fine.
Hold on, let me.
It still hurts, and I don't have my armor on.
It's a saving throw. You would have had your armor on. Your armor wouldn't have made a difference.
I can magically turn my armor on, but it's glowy, and I shouldn't.
Yeah.
You take
Yep.
15 points of piercing damage as you step down with your right foot. Traps come up on your left foot, and you spin to get out of it. It nicks you. You take a step. You hit another one. Spikes come out from the right side, pushing you down another step, and you get impaled with ones coming from the left side. In a stumbling buffoonery of
That looks like it hurt a lot. All right, now when we head back up, I want you to really work it, like tears, cry, bawling, all that sort of stuff. Are you okay?
Really?
Ow. Ow.
Right, Spike.
Ow.
Okay, kind of grit your teeth. Grit your teeth.
I still have pieces in my arm.
That's what I'm saying. Grit your teeth.
I am.
Quit complaining.
All right, now, armor around my shoulder. Good armor around my shoulder. Good armor around me. Okay. Now, do a little bit of a limp.
Yeah, not. Don't need to fake that.
Okay. Now we're gonna. Maybe we should have triggered one of the ones at the top of the stairs. All right, hold tight. Make way back towards security.
security guy, like, you come up and Elion's actively bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
And people are like, "Oh my goodness!"
Is he making enough noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you sell it for free.
Right. He touched something. We're gonna have to finish this up tomorrow. I'll be back sometime tomorrow, possibly with a new apprentice.
Oh, come
it's supposed to
like
expire.
And the security guy is just like, now I have to explain this to my boss.
Look.
No,
It's really
so
easy.
you
I already
don't- so
cleaned
you
up the
don't-
blood. Don't worry.
I hand him back the clipboard with the paper on it, and there's just like the tiniest bit of blood on it, and maybe a puncture hole.
Told you not to touch stuff.
Great. All right, just go.
Look,
Go.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll get the rest of it finished up. But yeah, we'll get the damage pay
Yeah,
submitted later.
can we go to the clerics now?
Just calm. Do you want to have to pay for it out of pocket? Or do you want the company?
Workman's comp only covers so much.
Okay. We got to do this right. Injury paperwork, by the way.
You get that at your office. Don't you know anything?
You also have to submit us a file for the building's insurance.
Yeah. That gets handled later. Like.
Oh no. I'm not doing this again. Last time I did that, I had to get my own leg regenerated out of my own funds. That's why my second kid isn't going to college. Insurance filing paperwork, if you don't mind.
Listen, it's enough, Steve. I'm bleeding.
You'll be fine.
You're
You have,
coming
like,
back
7
tomorrow.
liters of blood.
You're coming back tomorrow. Get it there. He's bleeding. Actively bleeding on the floor.
I'm getting that paperwork first thing tomorrow morning. All right.
Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
Steve, let's go.
What's your name?
You didn't bring him up, Steve.
Cherry.
Cherry. All right, Cherry. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.
God.
Name. Usually do that.
You make your way out of the building after causing leaving a bloody drips through portions of the building.
Oh, shit.
Cure wounds, second level. Once we're kind of a little bit ways away. You heal. You heal 15.
So ridiculous. I love it.
I think I like
That was
magical
great
traps
acting.
better.
Great acting, man. Absolutely fantastic. You know, I
Because
think
he
I
was
actually have
acting.
like a talent for this.
Greg.
Yeah.
You know how old those spikes were?
Judging by the maintenance of it, at least 6 to 8 years.
Yeah,
Tetanus.
they're rusty.
Right.
Magical healing will heal the wounds. But I have tetanus, and I'm gonna get lockjaw later. This is your fault. And I just start walking away.
You're a paladin. You're immune to disease.
Not the point, Greg.
Not the point.
But it invalidates yours. Just still walking after him.
Oh shit.
So
Make our way back to the Marquise.
So you guys eventually make it back to Marquee Pleasures.
Oh no.
Back
We
up.
need these outfits again tomorrow, and they're covered in blood with holes.
It's more like we'll
Mend.
need those back now. The boys are wrapping up their experience.
Do you have anybody who knows mend?
Actually,
No.
do I know
No.
anything? No, I don't. And I don't have precipitation. I can't clean these.
Wait, does
Something that's the lady. Marquee.
I'm seeing if she does right now.
You know, it's not too bad. It's just the side. His arms probably cover it. for the most
What
part.
is it to like patch up a hole and just like throw the clothes in some wash and be like, sorry, we're gonna wash your clothes for you, but you ended up ending your session quickly.
You were a little too excited.
Yeah.
She waves her hand and casts prestidigitation, and the blood is cleaned up.
That's something.
And it's like, we'll work. I'll figure something out for the holes. She's
I hear that about
offer to repair it, but say you won't be able to get it back to them until tomorrow evening.
I mean, how long was it? How big's the hole?
Laundry service isn't a thing we provide guests.
But you would
I
say,
feel
don't
like you
damage
should.
clothing. It's very much, out of the kindness of your own heart.
They're special guests.
So we randomly noticed 7 spear holes in the chest.
You were
decided to fix it.
There's this one. 8.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna notice that they were cleaned because they left them semi.
Honestly, judging by the underwear and the socks, I don't think they'll notice if there's holes.
It's hard to miss 7 holes.
8.
8.
It's. I don't know if you saw the underwear, but they're missing a hole there.
I think that's for something else.
I'll figure it out.
I'm not even.
I'll figure it out.
Agatha, you would probably see us in the doorway, some guy that you've never seen before, and Elion in a jumpsuit filled with holes.
I think honestly at this point it's Hagatha's motherly instincts kicked in and she sensed her baby has been hurt.
Elion's bleeding.
Elion's been hurt.
Who did this to you?
I must tend to him.
It was Greg.
Help is on the
3
way.
waiters who were serving her like, I'm sorry, ma'am, what?
So Sarah takes the clothes from you and is gonna figure something out.
Like, just right here in the lobby? Like,
No,
so I'm
he's
just gonna go
obviously upstairs.
No, right there in the lobby, your buck ass Nate.
And honestly, just say, offer, say, hey, we'll get your clothes apparently were damaged by an attendant. We'll deal with them. We'll have your clothes repaired. However, it won't be until the next day.
She'll figure it out. She's probably been through this
Because we
before.
need to go back tomorrow.
All right. So
Just say you have moths, really aggressive moths.
you need these clothes tomorrow.
Well, we need to go back. We have a great layout set up. I mean, we can just give it back to him, yeah, if we want to do that, and we can maybe do like a disguise hat or something.
But where do they even get the uniforms like that? Like, couldn't there be a store you just buy some?
I would assume the city gets them somewhere. I don't pay attention to uniforms are us.
I mean, that's typically the company name for it. And actually, in multiple iterations of different planes and different universes, there's always a company called Uniforms R Us.
I'll look into it.
Or Costco.
Yeah, same thing. Translated different, but yeah.
There's always something that ends in co.
Oh.
Fine.
Cooperative.
I will figure this out for you. You have a busy few days ahead of you.
Yep. By the way, Hagatha, how did things go on your end?
Oh well.
Why? What happened?
Greg, I'm
You
not doing
didn't
that
tell
again.
me there were going to be other people I had to interact with.
Oh, I haven't been there before. I mean, what happened?
She will regale her tale of showing up at the manor or trying to get to said manor, but getting intercepted by a guard and then just like panicking and turning around and walking off.
Well, I tried.
That's perfect! The guard will send word to Miss Cortez that there was someone inquiring for her who she didn't know about. And now her interest is going to be in who is this mysterious person?
Or they'll have
It's even more brilliant than we had. Than I had no idea you were so brilliant, Hagatha. This is truly a masterpiece. I need to go read more thriller novels.
He's gonna
He
get
is
us
a
all
part
killed.
of realize, like in the moment, just like I'm personally panicking and just like.
So go back tomorrow and say you just want to pass along a message to Miss Markee. And then that's when the guard will carry the message that gets her to stay.
Uh, okay.
Hagatha,
I should put clothes
why
on.
don't you just try going invisible?
But that was an option. I thought I
I
could make an
guess.
appearance.
But you have made an appearance. It's brilliant. It's such great improv. Greg is overly positive and enthusiastic about this whole thing.
Elion's not.
Oh, you should have seen Elion. He was just so talented today throughout the whole thing. Even when he got impaled.
Is that is that blood, Elion? Like, I'm assuming he's probably got like little speckles of it on himself.
Yeah, she didn't clean Eliot. She cleaned the clothes.
He was completely committed to the bit. It was truly a thing to behold.
I'm not doing that again tomorrow.
Of course
Are
not.
you
Now we're gonna
okay,
go there
Elion?
tomorrow and we're gonna sabotage it.
I got impaled multiple times.
What? She looks angrily at Greg like, what?
Don't worry, it was intentional.
It was intentional?
Yes.
Greg
Now
needed
we
to
have
do
a
it.
reason to go back.
Why would you go
You
back?
completely cut out there. I just saw the mouth moving and that was it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, say your line again.
Why would you go back after being impaled?
So that we can sabotage the traps?
We're not going to the vault, though.
You're just
No,
dropping
but I'm
off the
going to fix
evidence, right?
maintenance, and I'll do a real quick recheck. You always check twice and cut once.
But you don't need. You just need to put the papers on the second in command dude, right?
There's a lot of traps, a lot of alarms.
To his office.
We need to go back
Yes.
during the day when the second in command will be there and I can see into his office, because then I can blink in, drop off the stuff, and blink out.
I was gonna say, did you at least see his office? Because I could be like, it's.
No.
No. Oh.
The door was closed.
Oh.
Look, there's a method to this narrative.
You mean madness? You mean method to the madness?
I'm not familiar with that phrase.
I am.
Regardless, great job today, everyone. Brilliant improvisations. I feel like I need a fedora. I'm gonna go down.
I feel like you need to take a nap.
I feel really pumped. I'm gonna
Because
go.
you're
talk to
like,
Markee.
you're unusually high up there on the energy level that you
Is a little-
enthusiasm. I don't know. It's just
I don't
something. Something.
Is there something?
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just really pumped. I'm really excited. It's been a while since I've been into a planet with this much technology, and I just love how everything is coming
That's it.
together.
That's it.
This is going to be a fantastic story. I mean, mission.
When we were heading down to the vault, Hagatha, all the traps there weren't magical, they were mechanical. He had a noticeable erection.
I don't think it was that noticeable. I mean, the armor kind of helps direct everything.
No.
Thank you.
Elion,
I guess,
Elion,
it's a compliment.
Elion, do you need an adult? Because you're kind of shit out of luck on that one.
I know. That's why I didn't answer.
Right. I'm gonna go down to the bar,
The only
talk to
thing,
the bartender, get a drink, and yeah.
the only thing I could suggest, Elion, is to have a drink or two, just to kind of forget about it.
I don't drink.
Then I don't know, meditate on something besides that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna go drink.
Sorry, is the idea of me having an erection that much of an impositional idea?
It's
No.
different.
No. The worrisome, bothersome part was you still had it after I got impaled.
I thought it was a great device mechanism.
Your erection?
No, the trap. I thought it was a brilliant feat of engineering. Like the recoil sent you into another trap, which sent you into another trap. It was fantastic.
I broke the GM.
Regardless, big day ahead of us tomorrow as we do all this again. Get some rest, rejuvenate, victory.
Oh, Greg,
And-
just. Oh, you're at like a 20, you need to come down to a 10.
And on,
But a 12 out of 10.
and on that
Yeah.
that rigorous note, we'll kind of leave the game here tonight. Whew. So thank you all for watching. We all had a good time and different experiences.
Some better for others, but you know.
Some way more exciting than others. But if you like this stuff and you want to watch more, you follow us on YouTube. That's where we have all of the other 56 episodes of Agents of the Collective. And we also have some of our first campaign that is currently on hold. Where we're in the world of Ethris, where Hagatha is from. But speaking of following us, we have a Twitch goal. We are at 31 right now, I believe. Trying to get to 50 by the end of the year. And
Pretty please.
please, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and we have a Twitter account. We also have an email address that I figured out. It is thecollectiveen@gmail.com.
You have it set to the.
Yeah, I
Not why
literally,
we weren't able to access it.
yeah, I literally forgot the word the. That, so it was on me. That's why it didn't exist, and now it does. Anyways, we would love to talk to you, and you can hit us up on all of the major social media platforms, like I've said. And we want to thank you all for watching. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.